Hello there, Qckslvrslash, and today I've got a video for you in my Cleveland to give you something other than me driving a British cruiser to great success, or mediocre success in some of them. I'm going to do a how I play, and since I've been driving cruisers, I fell in love with the Leander, the tier 6 British cruiser. I'm going to go back to the first ship that I probably really fell in love with in this game, and that was the Cleveland. In closed beta, she was a beast. She got nerfed a bit, the hardcover shells and the flight time was changed, so it wasn't kind of that straight line shotgun, but still a great ship, and we're going to see how I managed to do in her today. As you can see for modules, I've gone with main armament, AA modification 2, damage control, and I haven't put anything in this slot. Could put a steering gear in, but as you can see, not a lot of spare credits right now, and I've got modules to buy on a number of ships that I just can't afford. As for the captain, shouldn't really come as too much a surprise. I've gone up damage control, which I'll probably end up changing to secondary armament for the boost of AA, and expert marksman, probably superintendent, and then keep demolition expert, but for now I've gone with this just to reduce the amount of incoming damage, and demolition expert is to increase the amount of outgoing damage. Anyways, let's hop into a battle and see how she goes. And here we are, and you can see I've been pretty lucky. Tier 6 game, number of tier 5s, even some carriers to pick on if they send their planes my way. So thinking about where to go, I'm going to kind of go to the middle of the map. I want to get as many things in range as possible and then use one of these islands to protect myself as I bombard something. And definitely in the Cleveland, you don't want to get caught in the open because that's a quick way to lose most of your hit points. The ship is pretty good at keeping cruiser shells out, I find, at this tier. Well, at least maybe everything but the Königsberg and Nuremberg, who just have that really flat trajectory. But for the most part, she is reliable, will bounce damage, but the battleships are just gonna wreck you. And that's kind of what's informing my decisions here. Got an enemy cruiser spotted, Aoba, and just look how much I'm gonna have to lead this Aoba by. I'm guessing out there, 18 or so ticks for a 12-kilometer away Aoba. And that was about the right lead, I just messed up on the angle. So now they've closed to 10. I'll try about 14. And definitely need to try to get rid of these planes for my Warspite. So I'm going to turn in that general direction. But I can't afford to get too far over that way. Alright, they're definitely in range. Let's pop the cooldowns.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
There we go. 3 planes, 4, 5, 6. Haha! Look how quick I made those guys disappear. And that's what the Cleveland does best. You're going to get some good damage with these guns, lighting fires. You get particularly British cruisers in close side on, but she's an American cruiser. She specializes in getting rid of the air cancer that, if left unattended, can really wreck your team. A good carrier captain knows what they're doing, even at this tier, can do some massive damage. And really the only way I've got to protect myself here is just to continue maneuvering, because I'm not up against that island. And unfortunately, the Congo put my fire out. That would have been really nice to have stick. And it looks like my team's about to kill that Aoba. This Nuremberg's probably my biggest consideration. And I'm going to swap over to AP. They're side on. If they keep that profile against me, I should be able to drop a Citadel or 2 in here. So we'll see how that works out. I find with cruisers, it's about 10k where you're going to start having some luck with this AP. We even get these rear turrets. Let's see if I can't do some good damage. There we go. Slowing up because there's a Fujin right there. Definitely don't want to walk out into that. 3 citadels, okay. That's what I'm talking about. And that should be the kill. Yes, there it is. So the next big concern is these incoming torpedo bombers, which I should be able to deal with just fine. But there is a Fujin coming around this corner at me. And that could spell trouble. I'm just hoping they don't try to torp me and they go for one of those carriers. Yes, got a torpedo rack. And that's really all you can do. When a DD comes around a corner like that at you, you just gotta hope you hit one of those torpedo tubes. And I did, but I'm dead. So all in all, not too bad. 43,000 damage, so a little more than my own hit points. I got a kill, took out a cruiser, took down 13 planes in pretty short order protecting these battleships, and we've secured this chunk of the map. So at this point, I'm going to let the game play out, and then I'll join you once we get to the post-battle screen. Well, you guys are going to be happy that I jumped to the post-battle, because man, that took forever. We had one battleship go off and chase a carrier. Ships were going every which way, and it just took a long time to end. But ultimately, maybe not the flashiest game. Only one kill, but 43,000 damage, a respectable mark, 13 planes, and the Cleveland still has it. I think if I played this ship a little more, got back into the groove with aiming, where to position, I could have some amazing games. Unfortunately, that Fiji took me out of the game a little earlier than I wanted to leave. I think just a hair off of managing to survive there as far as timing. I knew they were on the other side of the island, which is why I stopped initially. I was expecting torpedoes to come around, and they kind of played the waiting game and then made the suicide run to try to take me out, and they got me, so good play by them. As far as team score goes, a little surprising to me. I'm top of the team just, and I died pretty quickly, and it just goes to show what some damage, a kill, and a number of planes will do. Most planes shot down actually in the game. And when you look at the detailed report, nothing too surprising here. Most of my damage to the Nuremberg, and then just kind of tacked on a little extra with the other ships. And as far as credits and experience, 200,000 credits and 2,000 experience. Commander's about to get another skill point, and the money is always needed because, as I said, I don't have a lot of credits right now. With working my way through this British line, they've kind of gobbled them up, and I also bought the gearing recently. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this and can take something away from it. I always enjoy making these how I play videos because they're a little more off the cuff. The game's just kind of how it is. It's not me playing a dozen games through the night and going, oh, this one I did, 180,000 damage. Clearly that's the video I'm going to feature. And I know a couple of you definitely really like this series. If there's a ship you want to see me drive, put it in the comments. I'm happy to drive whatever's requested. Just no one's been asking me to hop into anything specific of late, so I've kind of just been grinding my way through that British line and then playing whatever I feel like here and there. Hope you enjoyed it. Consider liking or subscribing to the channel. Both help, and as always, I'm Qckslvrslash.